Y'all, I'm on my way back from South Carolina, taking my ass back to Mount Holly. And I was sent this video of a Kelly Rowland. And I'm going to use this video to send a message to black mothers. I'm going to play this clip out. She's speaking on the fires that were happening in Australia. She posted this video on January the 3rd. So, you know, I'm a little late to the motherfucking party, but I want to use this video to make a point. I'm going to play the video out for you so you can hear it like we do here. She has her and her son speaking on the fires in Australia.
Australia, you're in our heart. We love you still, and it's so much fun.
Australia is one of the most beautiful places that Titan and I have visited. And as we enter a whole new year, let's keep Australia in our thoughts and prayers, and just pray for these fires to just go away. Australia, just know that we love you, myself and Titan and Tim, and we will think of whatever it is that we can to help. I love you, Australia.
Right? Now, here's my issue with this type of commentary, especially when you involve your child. When we're indoctrinating our children, when we're not giving them the knowledge that we should be giving them as parents, this is very problematic. Very problematic. Now, I'm not going to sit here and rail in on her son sounding like Darth Vader in the back. He could be asthmatic. If y'all heard that, I don't know. He could be an asthmatic child. What I will say is there's no reason no black child should be talking about how much they love Australia, considering the history of Australians as it pertains to black people. This doesn't make any sense. We look very ignorant. Now, she got a lot of likes. Of course, white people love when black people show love to them, to their areas. But ain't no Australia showing no love, no consideration to anything that you're going through over here. Now, this happened in the forest. We saw images of animals being burned. We had some people that were saving the animals, because we understand that white people love and care for animals more than they love and care for black folk. And they don't really care for animals. It's kind of really like a fake care, because they sit around shooting them. You'll see pictures of them having trophies up and, you know, murdered animals for no fucking reason. They act like that, but then they act like they care about animals. It's a real interesting dynamic if you really, really pay attention to it. It's very hypocritical, but most people don't pay attention to that. We just say, oh, whenever they save an animal or some shit like that, like they're more humane or care about nature or some shit like that, because we know that's not true if you're paying attention. For example, you take these fires that happen in Australia. Now, it's going to get media coverage. Fires going on. It happens the same thing that happens when they have fires over here in America. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up incorporated over in California when they have fires, what they call wildfires and things like that. They act like it's you know, it's a very big deal. But what's not a big deal is deforestation. As long as the white man is responsible, him and his mama, as long as they're responsible for directly cutting down forest, well, then it's all good. I'm doing it so I can build a mall right here. They're doing it a lot in South America so they can have cattle farms, because the world needs beef. We can't do without it. So they're cutting down a lot, or they're cutting down a lot of the forest in the Amazon for cattle farming. So you motherfuckers can eat your burgers and shit, right? As long as the white man doing it, it's okay. It's for a reason. As long as it's providing something to the human being, something we feel is necessary, even if it's a goddamn mall. As long as the white man and his mama have their hands on, you know, cutting down the trees, destroying entire ecosystems, that it doesn't matter then. But if it's a random ass fire, well, some would argue that some of these fires are not so random, and I am inclined to believe them. But if it's a random ass fire, then all of a sudden the world cries, right? Because the white man may not be, necessarily benefiting off of that. Nor is it benefiting us as a consumer. This is what we're really dealing with out here. And as racist as Australia has been towards its own black people, you can do any amount of research on the Aborigine people that were there, the black-skinned people that had been there in Australia, they were savages towards them. Racist as fuck towards them. Didn't even treat them like human beings on paper until, I want to say, the late 90s. And I could be mistaken on the exact time, but they weren't even treating them as human beings. They were classified in the same category as plants, trees. Why the fuck would anybody black give a fuck about some fires over there? How can you do that? As a mother, a black mother, teach this to your black child. Now, I understand that moms can't teach their boys to be men. I get that. I completely understand that. That is the role of a father. But what I know mothers can do as the first teacher of your child is teach them to have some motherfucking pride and teach them to not be coons. Black mothers, you can do that. There may be a couple other things that you cannot do. But this you can do. You first got to get that knowledge yourself, and then make sure your kids have that knowledge. No black child should be on no video talking about no damn loving Australia. Because Australia don't love its black people. It doesn't. Hasn't loved its black people over there. So I have a very big problem with this. When the video I did the other day was the 3-year-old praying, that was something his mom put up. I'm seeing a lot of these black moms out here being the little puppet masters of these little coon kids that they're raising. Kids don't know no better. They're going to do whatever you teach them. What's important to them will be what you teach them. And I'm seeing a lot of black moms facilitate this motherfucking coon shit. I'm seeing a lot of that. Now, we understand that a lot of these black fathers are not even around. Now, I think Kelly Rowland, she's married to her man. So it's not like a father saves a child from being a coon. Now, that's not what I'm saying here at all. Because there's plenty of self-hating ass black men out here. That's not what's being said. What I am saying is that us as parents need to take more, interest into providing our children with information and knowledge so that they can stand firm and strong in their black identity and not caping for other races of people who do not cape for you. We'll teach them in relationships that you should not accept anybody that doesn't show you that they love you. But when it comes to white people, that's not the lesson that we passing down. If they're not going to show you love, which would be defeating racism, eradicating racism, if they're not doing that, then fuck them. And fuck what they're going through. Australia don't come out and speak about the atrocities that are happening towards black people here in America. That's not happening. They don't speak about the atrocities that happen with black folk nowhere in the world. This is the reality of it. And before you get mad at me, remember, I didn't make it like this. And I'm going to keep reminding motherfuckers, like, look, don't be mad at the people that are responding to the situation we were born into. We didn't make it like this. That's just how it is. And as black parents, we have to build our children's minds and spirits better than we are. Like, we just letting anything happen. Black mothers, come on. This you can do. Whether you have a son or a daughter, you can do this. There's no excuse for this. Man there or not, he should be there. But man there or not, you can do this. You can make sure your child understands this reality. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I wanted to use Kelly Rowland to give this, because she a motherfucking coon, you can tell. And of course, if you're a coon yourself, there's no way you can pass down any knowledge or information to your child, which is one of the biggest problems that we have out here, is we have so much of this coon shit being passed down, not through genetics, but through programming. Like, this is a fucking program, Kelly. You passing the same mentality down to your son. In Australia, don't give a fuck about you. You can get shot down by some cops right now, and they're not gonna come out and say nothing for you. Your plight, your struggle, they're not gonna say anything. We gotta tighten that shit up, man. We gotta do better about how we raising our kids. We really don't have a choice. And black moms, I'm not accepting any excuse from you where you just can't do it. I can't accept that, because I know you can. I know you can do this. We must stop raising black children who don't understand this life, don't understand who they are as black children. We must stop. That's all the fuck I want to say. Comment if you feel need to comment. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.